Hey students, let's graph a basic y equals ax squared plus bx plus c equation, also known as a quadratic function. So we have x squared minus 6x plus 4. This is going to be what's called the traditional method. So what you do basically is you identify the a, b, and c values. You start with the vertex finder, because remember the vertex is probably one of the most important coordinate points on a parabola. In this case, it's negative b over 2a, so it'd be a negative 6, which is 6 over 2 times 1. 6 over 2 times 1 is 3. So what you do with that 3 is, if you remember, since the vertex is in the middle, you can put that 3 in the middle of your table. And then you basically just fill out the table like you normally would. We've done this a billion times. You fill out your table, you make y coordinate points that go with the x coordinate points, and then you graph them. Now, a couple of things that you might want to pay attention to here is, if you notice, I start with 3, but then I actually skip backwards 2 and I skip forward 2. I do that just to kind of cover more ground. Not all parabolas move a lot right away. So if you want to cover more ground and graph more coordinate points and kind of spread out the wealth, so to speak, you can kind of jump a few coordinate points. If you remember, we've used our calculator a handful of times. Using the y equal button can be very, very powerful. Y equals. So I got my calculator ready to go here. So here I have y equals x squared minus 6x plus 4. Once I figure out my parabola, you can actually include way more coordinate points, because doing this stuff by hand takes some time, I will admit that. But you can use technology to speed things up. So as you can see here, I've already made my table go from 0 to 6. As you can see, look how pretty of a table I've got. So notice also the y coordinates match up. I kind of highlighted that right here. So this 4 and this 4 match up, this 1 and this 1 match up. I even got them highlighted in pink over here on the side. There's kind of a cool little symmetry thing that goes on in the table and in the coordinate points. And that's actually another method of graphing, which we'll do here in just a little bit. But basically the process is this: you start with the vertex, you plop it right in the middle because it is in the middle, and then you kind of go to the right, and then you go to the left, and you plot as many coordinate points as you can. The hardest thing about doing these things by hand is actually sketching the parabola. I am terrible at sketching these. You gotta take your time, try to make them as pretty as you can. Try to hit the coordinate points along the way, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's, I'm not going to judge you on your hand-eye coordination. Do the best you can, friends. So again, vertex finder, throw it in the middle, fill out some x values, fill out the y values, plug in carefully. Again, make sure, the biggest thing with negative, if you ever have negative x values, make sure you use parentheses when you square negatives, otherwise your coordinate points are going to be all over the place. You will be amazed how many people still make that mistake. You can use technology, type in your equation, make your table, go from 0 to 6. Again, look at my vertex right in the middle right there. And then plot your coordinate points, and then draw away. I really don't know if there's much else to do there, friends. It's not overly difficult. It's just a lot of number crunching to get all the coordinate points. Plot them carefully, make yourself a parabola, and that's about it. All right, moving on to the next one shortly.